As of 2026, 31-year-old Rolando Romero has become one of the most eccentric, polarizing, and entertaining personalities in modern boxing. Known for his wild swinging style, relentless trash talk, and almost unbelievable confidence, Rolly has built a career where controversy follows him almost everywhere he goes. And after his recent majority decision defeat to Teofimo Lopez, Romero immediately claimed he had been robbed, calling the result political and reigniting the debate surrounding one of boxing's most unpredictable characters. But behind the controversy is a fortune estimated at around $8 million, a collection of exotic supercars, a luxury lifestyle in Las Vegas, and a career that has transformed a late-starting prospect into a world champion and major pay-per-view attraction. Today, we're pulling back the curtain on the extraordinary life of Rolando "Rolly" Romero. His financial success is mirrored by an impressive lifestyle and luxurious Las Vegas home, believed to be designed around privacy, comfort, and entertaining. The residence reflects the same larger-than-life personality Romero brings into the ring. Inside, expansive open-plan living spaces create a bright, seamless atmosphere, while floor-to-ceiling glass windows flood the home with natural light and connect the interiors to the outdoors. The property features multiple spacious bedrooms, a dedicated home theater for private movie nights, and a game room built for entertainment and relaxation. Outside, a resort-style swimming pool provides the perfect escape from the intensity of training, while generous outdoor spaces offer plenty of room for hosting friends and enjoying the Las Vegas lifestyle. When he hits the open road, his garage tells a definitive story of speed, personality, and high-end taste. At the center of the collection sits the Bugatti Chiron, an unmistakable hypercar with a sculpted, aerodynamic body, an aggressive front end, and a design that looks as fast standing still as it does at full speed. Alongside the Bugatti sits a McLaren, bringing a completely different flavor of performance. With its low-slung body, sharp aerodynamic surfaces, dramatic doors, and unmistakably exotic silhouette, the McLaren looks more like a track machine than an everyday road car. For a touch of old-school luxury, Rolly's collection also features a Rolls-Royce Wraith. Its long, elegant profile, signature grille, sweeping roofline, and imposing presence give it a completely different character from the aggressive supercars in the garage. Then there's the Mercedes-AMG GT, a car that sits right between luxury grand touring and serious performance. Its wide stance, long hood, muscular proportions, and aggressive AMG styling give it an unmistakable road presence, while the performance-focused interior adds to its sporting character. Adding some American muscle to the collection is the Dodge Challenger Hellcat. With its wide body, retro-inspired shape, aggressive grille, and unmistakable muscle car proportions, the Hellcat looks intimidating even before the engine fires up. For something with more space, but none of the drama lost, his Lamborghini Urus brings supercar attitude into SUV form. The dark exterior, sharp body lines, aggressive front fascia, and premium chrome wheels give it a stealthy yet commanding appearance. Finally, there's the BMW M4 Coupe. Its low, athletic stance, bold kidney grille, sculpted bodywork, and aggressive rear design give it a distinctly modern performance look, while the M Division's engineering makes it far more than just a stylish coupe. The M4 combines everyday usability with the kind of performance that can turn an ordinary drive into an event. Together, the collection perfectly mirrors Rolly Romero himself. Loud, unpredictable, extravagant, and impossible to ignore. But how did Rolly go from a late-starting boxer to a lifestyle like this? To understand it all, we have to go back to where the story began. But first, hit like, subscribe, and let's get started. Long before he commanded massive paydays and headlined pay-per-view events, Rolly's foundations were forged in Las Vegas, Nevada, where he was born on August 14, 1995. Raised in a disciplined household by his father, Rolando Sr., a Cuban immigrant and former martial artist, Romero's upbringing instilled in him a baseline of physical toughness. Unlike many elite boxers who were introduced to the sport as children, Romero came to boxing relatively late compared to his peers, picking up the sport seriously in his late teens. Operating out of Mayweather Promotions, Rolly quickly transitioned from a raw amateur curiosity into a devastating professional prospect. His journey into the professional ranks began with a bang in December 2016, securing a blistering first-round TKO over David Courtney in Las Vegas. That explosive debut launched a rapid, knockout-heavy rise through 2018 and 2019, punctuated by statement wins like his knockout over Juan Carlos Cordones. In August 2020, Romero captured the WBA Interim Lightweight Championship by defeating Jackson Martinez via a controversial unanimous decision, cementing his place as a rising force. Romero didn't just win fights, he dominated headlines. With every knockout and every hilariously bizarre post-fight interview, his star power skyrocketed, setting the stage for a massive, undefeated showdown in May 2022 against superstar Gervonta at the Barclays Center in Brooklyn. Entering as a massive underdog, Rolly used his size and awkward pressure to trouble Davis before getting caught by a devastating counter left hand in the 6th round. Rather than derailing his career, the massive pay-per-view exposure cemented Rolly as a premier box office attraction. He bounced back in style in June 2023, capturing the WBA Super Lightweight Championship with a controversial yet historic 9th-round TKO win over veteran Ismael Barroso. But the road ahead brought fresh challenges, including a tough TKO loss to Isaac Pitbull Cruz in Round 8 at the T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas in 2024, followed by a bounce-back unanimous decision victory over Manuel James later that year. Then came the crowning achievement of his career. In 2025, Romero squared off against Ryan Garcia in New York, dropping Garcia with a thunderous knockdown in the 2nd round. Rolly cruised to a career-defining unanimous decision victory, capturing the WBA welterweight crown and proving his elite status. But the same personality that helped turn Rolly Romero into a pay-per-view attraction has also made controversy almost impossible to escape. From the very beginning, his career was shadowed by disputed scorecards. In August 2020, his unanimous decision victory over Jackson Martinez to claim the WBA Interim Lightweight title sparked fierce outcry, with a vast majority of ringside observers arguing Martinez had clearly outboxed him. That pattern repeated itself on the grandest stages, most notably in August 2026 when Romero lost his WBA welterweight title to Teofimo Lopez via a majority decision in Las Vegas. With one judge scoring the bout an even 114-114 draw, while the others favored Lopez, Romero immediately launched a fiery media campaign, branding the outcome a robbery and all political, while critics and analysts furiously debated the fight's lackluster pace and scoring. Yet, rather than hurting his marketability, these controversies have served as the oxygen for his career. By leaning heavily into his unfiltered trash talk, outrageous predictions, and polarizing persona, whether playing the villain or trolling opponents online, Romero has mastered the art of professional wrestling-style promotion. In boxing, villainy and debate translate directly to pay-per-view buys, and Rolly has proven that whether fans love him or tune in hoping to see him lose, they are always watching. And perhaps that's the secret to his staying power. In an era when many fighters carefully manage every interview and social media appearance, Romero has gone in the opposite direction. He says what he wants, predicts the impossible, embraces the villain role, and rarely backs away from controversy. To some fans, he's reckless and obnoxious. To others, he's exactly what boxing needs. But whether people tune in to support him or watch him lose, the result is the same. They're watching. Yet, while his public persona is defined by unbridled loudness, social media trolling, and eccentric showmanship, Rolando Romero maintains a starkly different reality away from the cameras. He has kept his private life remarkably guarded. He has rarely discussed his relationships publicly, choosing instead to let his boxing career, personality, and extravagant lifestyle dominate the spotlight. And perhaps that's what makes Rolly Romero so difficult to ignore. He may have lost the belt to Teofimo Lopez, but even in defeat, he found a way to dominate the conversation. Whether you believe he was robbed against Teofimo, whether you love his personality or can't stand it, one thing is undeniable. People keep watching. And that may be Rolly Romero's greatest victory of all. That is the extraordinary journey of Rolando Romero. Before you go, make sure to hit that like button, drop a comment below telling us what you think of Rolly, and subscribe for more deep dives into the lives of combat sports legends. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.